because it's facts. Social cultural anthropology, it's a lengthy one you have in one. So social cultural part, and there are some neutral topics, that is 9.7, 9.8 till 12. You can club those topics there. Okay, biological and archaeological, it's factuals. Keep it in one. Is it clear? So 1.4, 1.5, 1.6, 1.7. Okay, you are keeping it here, and 1.8 archaeological. So these are mixed. 1.4 and 1.7 is bio, and then from 9.1 to 9.6 is your bio. Or archaeological, it's only 9.7 and 9.8, and paper 1, 1.1, 1.2, 1.3. So basically, I have made certification with respect to the theme. So one theme is static. So bio and archaeological is more or less static. Social cultural part, and then your applied one, like 9.7. There you generally get like current affair related questions. For example, Marismus आया था last time. Okay? समझ में आ गया? मैंने explain किया था शायद initially, आप भूल गए हो. Okay? Right now we are just going through with this book. Okay, just to make, I would say, superficial understanding. Superficial. But then I would be teaching in two manner. Once you have completed 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, your bio part will be on Saturday, Sundays. Okay, na? That is for 1 hour. So biological anthropology will be Saturday, Sunday for 1 hour. Okay? तो वो आपको ऐसे कंटिन्यू करना पड़ेगा. Archaeological anthropology I will teach offline only. Okay, so Saturday, Sunday, no, we this Sunday and Saturday we have not got permission to have classes. That's why I could not call all of you new aspirants. Okay, up clear hai? Okay. Now we are talking about this. Yes, we are going to discuss each and every topic in detail. But yes, with biological part, I would be teaching anthropology, not biology. For example, if somebody has a lot of issue with bio part, then what I do, I bring my bio ka teacher. Okay, so if any one of you, for example, you Shreya, you think that your bio is not very strong and you need more classes, so the way last time kuch bachon ne, they have taken 2 extra classes, okay, to understand cellular structure, to understand DNA replication, and also with respect to Hardy-Weinberg law. So it's very core biology. Okay, so for that you will get extra classes, and it is not compulsory. It is only for those who wants to take it. But archaeological anthropology, please make sincere notes. Now, how are we understanding the past cultures? Through the work of archaeologists. The discovery of Homo sapiens baby, popularly known as archaic baby, लिखेंगे archaic baby, is a fossil of the, write down. It is on the first page. So we are trying to understand about the past from archaeological discoveries, and then Homo sapiens baby here as archaic baby was similar discovery. Archaic baby is a fossil of the middle Pleistocene. Likho ye wala point. Archaic baby, you can get a 10 markers on it. Keep making questions. In bio and archaeological part, one of the strongest tip I am giving to you, make a question and make an answer, start learning it. For example, you can get a question on archaic baby. Okay? जैसे टुआंग बेबी में क्वेश्चन आया हुआ है, लूसी में क्वेश्चन आया हुआ है, you might can get it on archaic baby. This year they did ask question on Miocene period. You might can get question on Pleistocene period that we are going to discuss. So archaic baby, I'm super slow. I'm not in rush. Archaic baby is a fossil of the middle Pliocene. So archaic, you should make very quick note. Archaic baby, apply. You have seen video of corner note making method. I told you. Have you seen? You understood? You people can make archaeological anthropology, archaic baby, and see Pleistocene. So कौन सा period है? Middle Pliocene. ये आप right side में लिखेंगे. ऐसे बताया था ना आप लोगों को नोट मेकिंग. यहाँ पे you can write down the facts. Okay. Here then you can write the summary. अभी तो टॉपिक है ये archaic baby पे है. Okay. Another fact is Dr. Rajendra. लिख लेंगे जल्दी से. Kerala University at Noida in Villupuram district of Tamil Nadu in South India. In the human evolutionary stages, the Noida human fossil. लिखो Noida human fossil. Name Latride baby. Belongs to the Homo sapiens archaic and it is the second oldest human fossil. Next to the Narmada fossil from India. The human fossil from Noida is significant as it provides evidence of human origin. क्यों important है? Because telling us about human origin in India. So it is a part of your 1.3 of paper 2. Not 1.3, 1.2 basically. Yeah, 1.23 दोनों ही होगा. Hello Kartika. Charvi, you do not know how much I have called you on Saturday. Your number was, sorry, your number was, I do not know, wrong or what.
Ma'am, I also tried connecting with Saloni ma'am and then asking Saloni ma'am to connect with you.
Yeah, so they told me, and we were also trying to get connected. I had a like mentorship session with two of my students. One of the students was अभी उसने मेंस करा था, but then तो अब फिर से I'll try. Okay?
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, if possible,
You
shall
write me. हाँ.
If possible, shall I take your number from Shreya?
Yeah, I have told them. Give my official number. Maybe उसका number नहीं लग रहा है या क्या problem है.
मैम मैंने सलोनी मैम से बोला था कि नंबर
Just
दे
a
दो.
moment. Just a moment. But I have got your number then from director. मैं कल इतना पिस्ड ऑफ हो गई ना, मैं थोड़ी सी साइको हूँ. चीजें फॉरन होनी चाहिए. मैंने कल आपका नंबर तो निकलवा ही लिया था, बट फिर मैंने रिलैक्स किया अपने आप को कि नहीं, रिलैक्स. आई डू नॉट हैव टू एक्ट लाइक दिस.
मैम मैंने भी सलोनी मैम से
योर
हाँ जी.
गोत्री टावर 2, दिस इज योर एड्रेस ना? ग्रेटर नोएडा समथिंग.
हाँ मैम.
अमर कुमार इज योर फादर्स नेम?
यस मैम.
विच वन इज योर? पापा का भी मम्मा का भी सबका एक ही नंबर है?
हाँ मैम, मैंने एक ही नंबर दिया था.
7263 लास्ट में.
यस मैम.
तो इसमें तो बेटा नंबर ही नहीं लगा हमारे किसी भी एडमिट टीम का. अब नाउ आई विल गिव यू अ कॉल.
ठीक है मैम.
एक्चुअली मुझे पैनिक अटैक आए गए आपका सैटरडे में आपके वजह से. कॉल ही नहीं लग रहा है, कॉल ही नहीं लग रहा है.
सॉरी मैम.
एनीवे, नहीं यू डोंट हैव टू सॉरी. आई हैव टू वर्क ऑन मी. देखा ये वाला? आपको कभी भी ऐसे क्वेश्चन आ जाएगा, फिर आएगा लेट्राइड बेबी. ओके, एग्जाम में. एंड देन वी ऑल विल गेट कंफ्यूज्ड कि कहाँ से आ गया क्वेश्चन. बट आएगा ये हमारे डायरेक्ट टेक्स्ट बुक. बिकॉज इफ यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड एंड ट्रस्ट any book for civil services, it has to be government books. जो आपकी क्लास टेक्स्ट एनसीईआरटी एससीईआरटी उसको आप ट्रस्ट करो. और अगर फॉर इंस्टेंस इफ दे हैव आस्क यू क्वेश्चन और अगर एनसीईआरटी एससीईआरटी में मेंशन है तो फिर दे हैव टू गिव यू सम कंपनसेशन अगर कुछ गलत ऑप्शन हो जाता है या कुछ. अगर एनसीईआरटी एससीईआरटी में मेंशन है तो ये हमारे लिए ऑथेंटिक सोर्स है. ओके, 150 वर्ड्स का एक आंसर रेडी रख लेंगे इसमें शुरुआत से ही. यस, आर्काइक का मतलब होता है कि इनिशियल. इन एंशियंट का कह सकते हो, archaic baby, archaic civilization. तो we are coming towards humanity, but अभी हम पूरी तरीके से ह्यूमन नहीं बने. ह्यूमन का मतलब होता है विद रिस्पेक्ट टू ह्यूमैनिटी. अगर हम बात करें, होमोसेपियंस सेपियंस तो बन गए, लेकिन आर्काइक सिविलाइजेशन, लेट्स जस्ट से. ओके, सो वी आर एट टेक ऑफ स्टेज. ओके, तो इसलिए इट इज लाइक दैट. तो हर किसी का एक एटमोलॉजिकल मीनिंग है. तो आर्काइक का मीनिंग है, no, you see now what it is written here, belongs to the homo sapiens. No, they are homo sapiens. Up homo sapiens, so we all are homo sapiens. But can you say that the homo sapiens of 200 years ago or 5000 years ago, जो homo sapiens थे और जो हम हैं, are we same? No, हम क्या है? Modern. Okay, we are modern humans कह सकते हैं, modern homo sapiens sapien. लेकिन जब human evolution का we have got started, so archaic is like you can say the oldest one. Okay, but they are homo sapiens. Now you can read it here. Belongs to the homo sapiens. What you might be thinking, that homo sapiens refers to modern men. Then what you are confused? Homo sapiens are modern men. Then homo sapiens are the. But they are हाँ, yeah, but they are even modern men. अगर आपको भी modern men का भी हम define करें, तो फिर ये पूरा philosophical हो जाता है. Anatomically तो yes, we become modern. Speech हमारी सारी चीजें सारी हो गया. But when we were living in a stage where we were just like forest dweller, okay, we were modern, but we were not modern with our thoughts. So we were primitive people. तो आप अगर हम होमो सेपियंस सेपियंस की बात करें तो बायो सोशल में हम दोनों चीजों में देखेंगे. ओके, मॉडर्न मैन की अगर बात करें तो इवन द होमो सेपियंस सेपियंस इफ यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट, दे वर नॉट द मॉडर्न मैन. फिलोसॉफिकल हो जाएगा यहाँ पे बहुत सारा. दे वर द प्रिमिटिव, यू कैन से प्रिमिटिव ह्यूमंस. अब in primitive humans, there were no technologies, there were no clothes, nothing. You can say barbaric. Archaic, you can say barbaric with respect to civilizations. And then slowly, gradually we evolved. Okay? हाँ, so ये लिखा हमने. You people have written this or not? Now, write down here technologies. What had happened in the past? What were their age? Everything we come to know by applying some of the technologies. One of the technologies is dating methods. We do have two types of methods, relative dating method and absolute dating method. Relative dating methods, in relative dating methods, we are comparing. Okay, it is like the layers of the soil. For example, if we have stratigraphy method, and then we are trying to understand nitrogen, this and that. Okay, so there are a lot of methods. फिर उसके बाद dendrochronology is one of the methods, dating methods. Then you have absolute dating method, carbon dating method, argon dating methods. So how do we know? It's only with the help of technologies. So we have got fossils, we have got archaeological evidences. We have got archaeological evidences, but we come to know about their dates by using some technologies. ये लिखेंगे point. With respect to technologies only, you people have to make. So basically here, earlier we used to get question on dating method, now we are not getting. ठीक है, लिखा. Now, you people should be reading about this paragraph. I want a volunteer to read this. Anyone? You try? Please try.
14 October 2001, a suspected fossil was discovered within the periphery at Olde in Villipuram district of Tamil Nadu in South India. In order to prove the existence of a
Faunal fossil.
faunal fossil with the periphery, it was subjected to various radiological methodologies such as X-rays, scanning 2D, 3D, and scanning electron microscopy (SEM). X-ray has identified for the first time the presence of a faunal fossil within the periphery. Subsequently, 2D scanning was applied and could distinguish the human cranium within the periphery. Then
What is cranium? Human cranium. Go slow when you are reading. Okay, very good.
Yeah. With the LED scanning, hundreds of images were taken. The identified it as the human baby skull. It was further scanned with 3D software, which identified three clavicle vertebrae with the skull. The SEM was applied to understand various characteristics of the skull in detail that recorded perfect nature of fossil cranial bone structure. Blood vessels, membranous tissues, brain tissues, RBCs, etc. It shows a peculiar type of preservation of the fossil within the periphery. In this context, the absence of any microorganisms within the skull is significant. In order to make one-to-one comparison, a human fetus skull has been examined under SCERT and proved beyond doubt that the entombed fossil is that of a human child. Since dating of the fossilized bone is difficult, attempt was made to find out the age of the matrix in which it was found. The ferricrate, which covers exactly over the ternium, has been taken for
thermoluminescence dating. Ferricrate is like soil, like or hard rock. Okay. पढ़ो. The thermoluminescence.
The real date of 0.166 million years of the ferricrate clearly shows it age to middle
Pleistocene.
Pleistocene, and the same chronology has been taken as the approximate age of
atom human fossil. Good. Now, see what I want to explain here, that this particular paragraph is explaining when archaeologists are on the field. Okay, so they are always with a team. So you will find that there would be somebody from social cultural expertise. Okay, there would be somebody from biological field who are like forensic anthropologists. There would be archaeologists. There would be historians. Okay, so they whenever archaeologists work, archaeology may kahin be or history may be. If you people are working, so there is a team. So different people from different expertise are there. Now, when they are looking for some evidences, when they are looking for some artifacts, what happened? People are thinking that okay, this artifacts can be important, this artifacts can be important, but just because of their experiences, they generally picked up the one on which they will apply their technologies. Now, in this paragraph, they are explaining suspected fossil. Okay, archaeologists are trained this much. If they are finding, let's just say, fossil of pelvic area, So just by examining, they can tell that it is of female or male. And after the experiences, if they notices features only with that, जो glass what is not microscope, एक lens भी magnified glasses, थोड़ा intensity ज़्यादा हो उसकी, तो with those magnified glasses they can also tell, थोड़ा predict कर सकते हैं with respect to their traumas, कि कितने इसको traumas हैं, इसकी age क्या होगी, this like that. Okay. And if they are getting some sort of like यहाँ पे एक sedimentary rock इन्होंने लिया, so with again magnified glasses they can see the layers, how many lines, like में sediments कितनी है ऐसे करके they can just see. और even tree का अगर trunk लेते हैं तो उसमें भी ऐसे ring होते हैं, उससे भी they can see the ring, but it comes out of experience. So they always have suspected fossil. So they think कि ये है कि नहीं है. In fact, when I would be teaching you archaeological anthropology in advance, entire understanding of human evolution got disturbed with hawks, with wrong details of or examination of fossil, which was deliberately put by one archaeologist. It was, if I'm not wrong, he was from England only, Dawson. Okay, so he just wanted to prove that he has discovered something, extraordinary, just like Dewey's Leakey. So he had played with the evidences. It's a very interesting story. Okay, we will read. और UPSC ने पूछा भी है क्वेश्चन उसमें से, built men hawks. Okay. So we are going to see that how it is very important. So we are not only understanding about the dates by just using one dating method. There are multiple dating methods we have take. Similarly, if I have to understand any culture, I would not be only looking at marriage. I would be looking at family, kinship, economy, rituals, everything is there. Now, just understand the demand of anthropology is what? To have a holistic understanding of human evolution. So similarly, when I would be looking at these fossil evidences, I would be also taking ethno perspective, social cultural part also. So in a holistic manner, we do the analysis. But then right now it is a micro perspective. UPSC ने ये question भी पूछा था anthro में, that anthropology is beginning or something like that, focusing on micro for macro picture. So it is always from micro we are going towards macro. Okay, now in archaeological anthropology, we are having what archaeologists are doing or what forensic anthropologists are doing. They are picking up the suspected fossils to understand what? To understand any clue with respect to human evolution. Okay, we are not interested in learning about any other fossil evidences. So we are interested to know about humans evolution. Now to understand that, we may take other living organisms details as well, flora and fauna. Okay, we may take pollen analysis. Let's just say we all, although I'm not going too deep, but अभी को इसको समझाने के लिए I'm just telling you, ठीक है? Just let's imagine. Let's imagine that we do have, there is a site here, okay, XYZ site, okay, and here we are looking for some fossils. This is the, you can say, layers. Right? These are the layers of the soil. Right now, I would be applying two methods. Stratigraphy method, that is the part of relative dating method. Now, my first part is stratigraphy method, relative dating method. Don't worry, I'll be teaching. बस अभी थोड़ा सा समझ लो. Stratigraphy, strata, layers, simple है, huh? So it's like a stratigraphy method. This is a part of relative dating method. Okay, Now here, how we understand the age? So it is like if we are finding on the bottom any assemblage. Yeah, what is assemblage? Write down the word assemblage. If I am finding assemblage, let's say here, so the pink color is denoting assemblage. Here, and then let's just say on the top layer. These are the assemblage. What assemblage means? That I am going to get lot of tools, artifacts, different types. But it will be on the layers of this soil only. समझ में आया? Confusion? नहीं आया? Okay. Assemblage एक जगह कहीं मिलेगा. जैसे मान लो यहाँ अब your earth is like this ना, globe हमारा अर्थ तो ऐसा है, right? अब यहाँ पे आप जब लेयर्स देखोगे सॉइल की तो ये तो फ्लैटन ऐसे दिखती है हमको. यू हैव लेयर्स ऑफ सॉइल, नो? ठीक है. असेंबलेज मतलब अब मान लो ये जो मेरा स्टेज है, ये 1, ये 2, ये 3, ये 4, ये 5, लेट जैसे दिस इज 6. ओके. नाउ यहां पे जो भी मेरे को मिलेगा आर्टिफैक्ट. ओके. अब यहाँ पे मुझे एक जगह बहुत सारा आर्टिफैक्ट्स मिल गए, ये हो गया असेंबलेज. ठीक है? क्लियर? एनी डाउट? एनीवन? Facts, archaeological evidence, anything. What is like there? Assemblage is like यहाँ पे मुझे कुछ बल्क में फैक्ट्स मिल रहे हैं. Keep it very simple. आप जितना सोचोगे उतना आप कंफ्यूज हो जाओगे. Keep it very simple. Assemblage. Okay? Now, according to stratigraphy method, the assemblage, if I'll compare from the layer soil of 1 and to the layer soil of 4, so the assemblage which I have got from the layers of soil of 1 will be the oldest. Will be the oldest. और जो उसके ऊपर है will be the younger. It is one of the methods. Okay. Now here what they are saying in the paragraph, they have got a suspected fossil. What I am trying to here explain that एक जगह तो मुझको मिल गया, let's just say skull, human skull. Okay. इसी लेयर में मुझे कहीं ट्री रेजिड्यूज मिल गया, pollen, let's just say plants. Okay. और कहीं मुझे let's just say I have got bronze is which color? Bronze. Any color, मैं bronze को रेफर कर रही हूँ. ठीक है? हाँ, मैंने रेड ले लिया. जैसे यहाँ पे मुझे एक पोट्री मिल गया, पॉटरी लाइक. ठीक है? बेटर बना देती हूँ थोड़ा. ओके. अब ठीक है? लेकिन ये सारा मुझे इसी लेयर में मिला है. ओके. नाउ व्हाट आई एम डूइंग, आई वुड बी ट्राइंग टू सी द डेट्स. अलग अलग फैक्ट्स पे अलग अलग डेट्स आएगा, लेकिन जो भी डेट्स आएगा वो अप्रॉक्स एक दूसरे के साथ बड़ा क्लोज होगा. ओके. तब मैं कह सकती हूँ कि ये जो फॉसिल है ये लेट जैसे 6 मिलियन ईयर्स पुराना है, क्योंकि और भी जो चीजें थी वो भी यहीं पे है. तो यहाँ पे तो हम एक ये पॉइंट समझते हैं कि whenever we are getting assemblage of facts on that layers of soil, we compare and then we try to use our dating methods, and then we see that okay, now when we are getting the relative dating method, stratigraphy, we cannot actually prove with respect to more accurate facts that the assemblage of the artifacts which we have got from the number 5 and the number 1, they which one is the oldest or the youngest. It always depends, and argument was because it's found on the lowest oldest layers of the soil, deep. But then technologies evolved. Okay, technology आपकी improve हुई, and then we have got absolute dating methods. Now we can actually exactly tell what can happen. Why my voice is not coming? Charvi, Jasi,
Yes, ma'am. आ रही है.
ओके, समझ में आया? अभी अब इसी पिक्चर को यहां से समझ रहे हैं. Suspected fossil was discovered within the ferricate. Ferricate up, it's like iron BS में, हाँ? Rock, okay? Ferricate at Aldi in Villipuram district, ठीक है? In order to prove existence of faunal fossil with ferricate, it was subjected to various radiological methodologies. Here they are just explaining that to understand the date, exact date, we do have technologies. Simple. Okay? So such as X-ray, scanning 2D, 3D, scanning electron microscopy, ये क्वेश्चन आया हुआ भी है SEM. UPSC ने 10 मार्क का क्वेश्चन पूछा है इस पे. एंड यहाँ पे थर्मोलोमुलेसिन भी आया हुआ है 10 मार्कर्स. Okay? So subsequently 2D scanning was applied and could distinguish the human cranium with the ferricate. वहां से human cranium भी आया. Then with the 3D scanning, hundreds of images were taken that identified it as a human baby skull. It was further scanned with 3D software, which identified 3 cervical vertebrae within the skull. The ACM was applied to understand various characteristics of the skull in detail that recorded perfect nature of fossilized cranial bone, blood vessels, membrane tissues, brain tissues, RBC, etc. It shows a peculiar type of preservation of the fossil within the ferricate. In this context, the absence of any microorganisms within the skull is significant. In order to make one-to-one comparison, a human fetus skull has been examined under SEM and proved beyond doubt that atom fossil is that of human child. देखने से तो नहीं पता चला कि ह्यूमन चाइल्ड का है क्या, बट हमने अप्लाई करा टेक्नोलॉजीज एंड देन वी आर टेलिंग. ओके, सिंस डेटिंग ऑफ द फॉसिलाइज्ड बोन इज डिफिकल्ट, attempt was made to find out the age of the matrix in which it was found. कहाँ पे ये मिला था? Okay, so the ferricate which covers exactly over the cranium, उसके ऊपर cranium के ऊपर जो लेग जैसी मिट्टी लगी हुई थी, जो रॉक था, उसको हम अब एनालाइज कर रहे हैं. Okay, shows its age to the middle Pleistocene, and the same chronology has been taken as the approximate age of the atomed human fossils. Okay. We also take argon dating method, potassium method, जिसमें हम metamorphic rock को भी analyze करते हैं. Then we can go billion years ago, कि क्या हुआ था billion years ago. With carbon dating method, we approx can go back 50,000 years ago. Okay, so this is what we have to understand. Now, यहाँ पे you do not have to get into the chemistry. Okay. So for example, thermoluminescent dating method, you just have to say यहाँ पे हम isotopes को समझ रहे हैं. Thermoluminescent method में we are trying to understand glowing light. मतलब when जैसे thermoluminescent method is very famous to analyze pottery. Pottery जो होता है उसको analyze करने में, because when we are making any vessels, we have to put the clay to some temperature, heat पे लेके आना होता है तभी वो बनता है. So at that point of time, very simple language I'm explaining. At that point of time, some of the you can say isotopes जो है वो उसमें स्टोर हो जाते हैं. ठीक है, ऐसे समझो कि कुछ एक चीज है हमारी एलिमेंट्स, वो उसमें स्टोर हो जाती है. अब जब हमें आर्कियोलॉजिस्ट को when we get such potteries, we put into some laboratory settings, उसको दोबारा हीट करते हैं, तो उस हीट को करने में तो उस टाइम के जो लाइट थी या जो एलिमेंट था वो दोबारा रिलीज होती है, तो उसको हम फिर कैलकुलेट करते हैं. So they are very complex dating methods which we are applying to see कि भाई 4.6 billion years ago ये अर्थ जो थी इवॉल्व हुई थी, right? So how are we knowing about some past event? Only with respect to archaeological dating methods. Now, who would be the smartest here? who will not going to get into the very detail of it, that how does it work, what it is, what is that. Here we are not discussing chemistry. All we have to understand that UPSC is asking questions on it. We need to have little basic clarity, and then let's move on. They are not going to ask you deeper point on it. Moreover, if you are only writing with respect to geological students, geology के students की तरह अगर आप आंसर लिख के आओगे dating methods में, you know, where you are explaining the gamma rays, isotopes 265, they get into this, get into that, you know, that chemistry students generally do that. Not get good marks. You need to explain with respect to evidences. You need to explain. So ancient history में उमा भारती I think कोई जिन्होंने एक बुक वगैरह लिखी हुई है, right? उसमें how by analyzing, जैसे thermoluminescence का लेजर से क्वेश्चन आया, you need to give examples from IVC. By applying thermoluminescence method, we have understood the shape, this and that. So a lot of example you have to give. Yes, fact you have to give. What is thermoluminescence method? What is dendrochronology? What is argon dating method? Okay, what is carbon dating method? वो फैक्ट्स लिखना है हमने. स्ट्रैटिग्राफी भी क्वेश्चन आता है, एक लेयर्स बना दिया, उसका एक्सप्लेन बता दिया. ओके, हॉरिजॉन्टल लेयर, लेटराइट लेयर, उसके कुछ प्रिंसिपल्स हैं. ओके, दैट यू हैव एक्सप्लेन, बट देन एविडेंसेस आपको लिखना है. And then you need to write in a archaeological way, not in a geologist way, or you know, the way this archaeological people are doing. We are doing archaeological anthropology. The way we do not have to get into the bio part so deeper. It's biological anthropology. It is again archaeological anthropology. We are not going to read the fossils the way paleontologists are doing. Is this now clear? Because you are getting SEM, let's just say. Now it would be foolish for you. You need to see na cost benefit. In UPSC, the most important part is those who can strike the balance, who can tell their brain that कौन सी topic पे कितना पढ़ना है. Okay, for example, if you have medieval history, अब आप लगे हो medieval history को पूरा expert करने में, क्वेश्चन आ रहे हैं एक दो उसमें से, not good for you. अगर मॉडर्न हिस्ट्री से आ रहा है या लाइक यू नो एंशिएंट से आ रहा है, सो यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड ना कि कौन से टॉपिक पे क्वेश्चन आ रहे हो, कितना रिक्वायरमेंट है. तो बैलेंस की तरफ जाना है, परफेक्शन की तरफ नहीं जाना. ओके, जहां पे मुझे पता है कि इसमें से यूपीएससी डिफिकल्ट क्वेश्चन पूछेगी, क्रिटिकल क्वेश्चन पूछेगी, मैं अपनी तरफ से आपको करवाऊंगी और एक्स्ट्रा. जहां मुझे पता है that you people have to just quickly get out of it. Okay, in case you people want a lot of understanding, then you can refer specific videos on it. Okay, for example, how does that work and all. You need to work archaeological anthropology. You have explained, let's just say carbon dating method, give the date, will be नहीं करा, किसने करा, वो सब बताया, उसके बाद application बताया. That's it. Okay, fine. I hope you got clarity how we are trying to understand. Please write down the summary. Whatsoever I have explained, I am giving you 5 minutes. You people can take out the points and quickly write down the summary. I am giving you 2 to 3 minutes. Written? Quickly finish. Now we need to know what are we doing. We are understanding humans evolution. So archaeology is helping us to construct the past. Okay, so you people can read all those points. Archaeological anthropology tries to understand the formation of earth, the emergence and evolution of life through geological ages. Once we have got, I think once or twice we have got question on geological time scale. People can write down geological time scale. The study is confined to the studies of climate, geography, and culture. The physical environment played an important role in the course of human evolution. Okay, so geological time scale is very important because here we are trying to understand the layers of the earth and seeing that what is happening there at that point of time. Okay, now this you will can just skip and read on your own. Archaeology through a conversation. We are trying to understand how we have evolved. For that, please write down. Archaeological anthropology is reflecting on humans' evolution. For that, focusing on geological time scale. And for that, focusing on chronological events in the history of human evolution. ये यहाँ से लिख लिया है मैंने. Chronological events in the history of human evolution. So they are remarkable events. For example, we have got first DNA. So what was the time? Okay, we have got first, and you can say, or simple organism, cell, amoeba. फिर उसके बाद कोई फिश, एम्फियंस. तो कहाँ कहाँ हमको ये सारे ऑर्गेनिजम्स मिले, कौन कौन से पीरियड में मिले. जैसे इस साल मायोसिन पीरियड में क्वेश्चन पूछा, व्हाई द गोल्डन एरा ऑफ प्राइमेट एवोल्यूशन. So what is the importance of lot of place? ठीक है. For example, Holocene period. It is the period where we have got humans का evolution at pace. Okay. So we need to know about this. So geological events, geological time scale. So Azoic period, no life forms. Archaic period, life forms. Precambrian, Cambrian, Jurassic, Triassic. Right? 65 million years ago is the important year. Important event for us. Okay, वहां से mammals radiation start होगी. And then first ancestors of our जहाँ पे एक lineages मिल रही है apes और humans की, Australopithecines if you remember. Okay, so एक events के तरीके को हम apply करते हैं to know exact human evolution. Is this clear? Okay, so we cannot understand what had happened in so बिलियन ईयर्स को कैसे पता लगेगा हमको जब तक हम एक इवेंट्स के तरीके से इसको डिवाइड नहीं करेंगे. So we are now here borrowing from geology and geography, you can say, and also life sciences when we are trying to understand different organisms. Okay. For example, here human ancestors originated in about 3 million years ago BP before present. लिखो ये point, human ancestors according to SERT. So different books say different time zone, but roughly it is the same. Humans ancestors जो हमारे आए 3 million years ago. Human behavior या जो writing है वो कब आया? 50,000 years before present. Religion, including language. So here I am specifically telling you an event. Homo sapiens arrived in your Eurasia. One lakh 25,000 to 60,000 before present. Okay, in Australia around 40,000 years before present, in America around 15,000 years, Homo sapiens arrived. Before present, years is a time scale used mainly in archaeology, geology, and other scientific disciplines to specify when events in the past occurred. The present use of Anno Domini and before Christ are related with Christianity. This is not suitable in multicultural world. So we use before present. Okay, 1950. So now radiocarbon dating was invented in the late. तो इससे पहले पहले हम यूज करते थे relative dating method. ठीक है, ये टाइम जोन 129 से आप लोग लिख लेंगे, याद करेंगे. So in Hawaii, Easter Island, Madagascar, so Homo sapiens lived as hunter-gatherer around. Okay. तो आप अराउंड ये सारे टाइम्स लिख लो, कुछ कुछ सारा लिख लो. बारह हजार पहले एग्रीकल्चर, 5,000 पहले राइटिंग, 12,000 years ago agricultural practice, 5,000 years ago writing. Ethnoarchaeology, your 1.3 of paper 2. It is like we are not only constructing the past with respect to material facts, we are just not learning about कि कौन ये facts कितना पुराना है, we are also trying to understand their culture. So ethno means we are also now guessing कि उनका कल्चर क्या रहा होगा, वो कैसे खाते होंगे, कैसे रहते हैं, उनका रिलीजन था कि नहीं. ओके, फॉर एग्जांपल नींडरथल के टाइम पे हम ये बिल्कुल मानते हैं कि उनका रिलीजियस बिलीफ था. ओके, बट होमो इरेक्टस के टाइम पे फायर का यूज था तो रिलीजन का भी यूज था. तो इट इज सोशल कल्चरल एंथ्रोपोलॉजिस्ट हु मेक सच अंडरस्टैंडिंग. तो आर्कियोलॉजिकल एविडेंसेस हमारे सामने है, बायोलॉजिकल एविडेंसेस, जब एक पिक्चर सामने आ जाती है लूसी की, तो एक पिक्चर लाइक हम टेक्नोलॉजी बना के उनका एक फीचर दिख लेते हैं, सोशल कल्चरल एंथ्रोपोलॉजी, एंड देन वी ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड कि हेट कब आया होगा, राइट, इमोशंस कैसे डेवलप हुए होंगे, मैरिज कैसे डेवलप हुई. तो वी वर्क टुगेदर. तो अगर एक फील्ड में, एक रूम में ऑल एंथ्रोपोलॉजिस्ट गैदर, तो ये कंफ्यूज हो जाएगा इंसान की रिसर्च चल किस चीज पे रही है. सम वुड लुक लाइक हिस्टोरियन, सम वुड लुक लाइक सोशियोलॉजिस्ट, सम वुड लुक लाइक पॉलिटिकल साइंटिस्ट, बायो दिस. सो इट इज लाइक डाइवर्सिटी. That is why anthropology is a unique discipline. Okay, for example, if somebody is conducting research in history, you will find everyone as historian. But here you will find primatologists, you will find paleontologists, you will find that somebody is doing forensic studies, somebody is looking into the DNA, just like, natural scientists, somebody is understanding the culture, that do in a different manner. Somebody is actually doing action anthropologist, being action anthropologist, trying to reform. Somebody is working the way Arwali Hills के लिए कोई काम कर रहा है अभी, right? So it is like that. Now please write down some formation of it. Okay, how many of you are from taking classes from the morning? Okay, I'll give 10 minutes का break. Quickly come back. Okay, now let's understand this. Formation of Earth. The formation of Earth is related to the formation of solar system. So you need to write this date, 4.6 billion years ago. Okay, and see the point here. Origin of life. Here, see, meteorite bombardment. यहाँ पे स्केल का टाइम दिया है. इधर से then oldest fossils, single cell, abandoned iron formation. Okay. Now you do not have to learn this point. It is just explaining the evolution. When they disappeared, mammals they came out and then have got complete their own niche on Earth. Okay, उससे पहले तो dinosaurs का राज था, and we know that 65 billion years ago क्या हुआ, right? They have gone. तो हमारे लिए actually ये period important है ये. We are not going to get into the detail of all this, but just to understand. Okay? एक point जो याद करोगे, formation of the solar system has begun around 4.6 billion years ago. तो यहाँ से actually शुरुआत हुई humans evolution की. लिखो, कहानी की तरह मैं आप लोगों को लिखवाऊंगी story of humans evolution through geological time scale. So the main point, कहानी की शुरुआत हुई है हमारी 4.6 billion years ago because of formation of solar system. कौन सा प्लैनेट हमारे लिए इंपॉर्टेंट है? अर्थ, क्योंकि यहीं पे ह्यूमंस मिलते हैं. Look at Earth formation through 24-hour clock. In this imaginative clock, measuring 24-hour time span, dinosaurs, mammals, and humans would be last in the line of evolution on the clock. The following infographic looks at the origin and evolution of life as comprised into 24-hour clock. This 24-hour clock analogy will be helpful in getting some perspective related to the lifespan of the Earth. In this clock, midnight marks the formation of. ठीक है? Meteorite bombardment, the second. Let's read. A closer look at this imaginative clock would reveal that during the long history of Earth, humans appeared at 1 minute 17 seconds at midnight. Dinosaurs were wandering Earth just before 11 p.m. You can look at this infographic to find out the emergence of Earth and origin of other organisms. But do remember, it's an imaginative clock. Now here we are understanding geological time scale. So Earth की study को हम geology कहते हैं. Write down. In short pointers, geology, Earth study. You may better know how the universe and Earth were formed. The study of the history of Earth and understanding of the time scale over which humans developed in prehistoric period is very much important in archaeology. हमें सिर्फ human evolution से मतलब है, okay? So we are trying to study physical, chemical, and biological processes and products of the Earth. Why? Just to know कब क्या हुआ. Okay? कुछ factors थे ना? Fluviation, continuous rainfall, okay, glaciation, melting of ice, temperature badla. Because anthropology argues that we have a huge impact on our environment. In fact, humans or any other organism is a product of their survival strategies with respect to environmental changes. तो जैसे जैसे आपका environment change होता है तो स्टोरी उसी की लिखी जाती है जो अपने आप को अडाप्ट करता है. तो यूपीएससी इज नॉट स्टैटिक, नो. आप ये एंथ्रो की स्टोरी आप यूपीएससी की जर्नी में भी सीख सकते हो. जैसे यूपीएससी का एनवायरनमेंट चेंज होता है, अगर जो अडाप्ट कर गया वो जीत जाएगा. अब जो लगा हुआ है अपने दिमाग में कि मैं वही फॉलो पैटर्न करूंगा, कोई एक पता नहीं कौन कौन सी बुक्स हैं वही पढ़ेंगे यही करेंगे, होगा ही नहीं, क्योंकि एनवायरनमेंट चेंज हो चुका है, आपको अडाप्ट करना पड़ेगा. अब environment according to me for clearing UPSC, nothing but being smart and the quickest. You need to be really quick in taking decisions. बहुत सारे बच्चे क्या करते हैं, मुझे समझ में नहीं आता, कई बार मैं परेशान हो जाती हूँ. They waste their time changing optionals. ऑप्शनल में थोड़ी ना कोई कमी है, आप में कमी है, सॉरी, आप में कमी है, ऑप्शनल में थोड़ी ना कोई कमी है, आपके अनस्टेबल माइंडसेट में कमी है. क्या मैथमेटिक्स से लोग नहीं पीएचडी कर यूपीएससी निकालते हैं? केमिस्ट्री से नहीं निकालते, फिजिक्स से नहीं निकालते, मेडिसिन से नहीं निकालते? निकालते होंगे तभी यूपीएससी ने ऑप्शन दिया है. आपने डिसाइड नहीं किया ना पहले. एंड यहां पे ह्यूमन साइकोलॉजी का भी पता चलता है. अगर यूपीएससी ऐसा रूल निकाल दे कि दैट यू कैन नॉट चेंज योर ऑप्शन वंस यू हैव टेकन पहले ईयर, आप करोगे ही नहीं फिर, क्योंकि आपके पास ऑप्शन है तो आप घूमते हो. सिंपल. क्या आप ऐसे के लिए सोचते हो कि आज ऐसे नहीं करेंगे कल करेंगे? इट इज कंपल्सरी. The more you people are going to give options and relaxation, the way Yuvraj has said, I really like this statement, कि अगर आप लेजी रहोगे तो आपके पास ऑप्शन होते तो आप और लेजी हो जाते हो. लेकिन जीत किसकी होगी कि ऑप्शन है लेकिन फिर भी नहीं कर रहे. आप देख लेना, हिस्ट्री उन्होंने ही बनाई है अपने नाम पे. हिस्ट्री उन लोगों ने बनाई है जो आराम से जिंदगी जी सकते हैं, लेकिन उन्होंने कुछ और चूज किया. A lot of examples you'll get. Okay, so here the philosophy which we need to learn, it is that environment plays an important role. So when the earth environment got changes, earlier it was thunderstorm, lot of volcanic eruption, no oxygen, but जैसे जैसे environment change हुआ, life organisms वहां पे आ गया. Similarly, you people have to please understand this. This exam is all about adaptive strategies. या तो रोते रहो, ये नहीं हो रहा, वो नहीं हो रहा, ब्लेम करते रहो, या तो फाइट करो अपने आप से. क्योंकि एंथ्रोपोलॉजी आपको दिखाई देगा कि जिस स्पीशीज ने फाइट किया वो एक्सटिंक्ट नहीं हुए. We are fighting on both level, bio and also social, eugenic and euthanics. That's why we are not getting extinct. अभी कुछ आई थिंक सेंचुरीज में तो नहीं हम एक्सटिंक्ट हो रहे, क्योंकि न्यूक्लियर वेपन्स तो बना लिया है. न्यूक्लियर वेपन्स को यूज करना है कि नहीं करना है वो समझ में आ रहा है, बर्बाद हो जाएगा. ओके, अंडरस्टैंड दिस. नाउ लेट्स कम बैक टू आर्कियोलॉजिकल एंथ्रोपोलॉजी. The study of the rock layers on earth is important to understand the past history of the earth. This is known as stratigraphy. लिखेंगे stratigraphy method. Layers of soil, layers of rock. Paleontologists, archaeological anthropologists, geologists, and other scientists are interested in the study of formation of rock layers. Different types of rocks are formed during different periods of time in the history of earth. अब ये वाला point as it is लिख लीजिए, black वाला. Geological time scale is an important system of chronological measurement that relates stratigraphy to time. As it is, kindly write down in your notes. तो एक एग्रीमेंट है कि जितने भी प्लैनेट्स हैं वो फॉर्म्ड हुए बाय द एक्यूमुलेशन ऑफ गैस एंड डस्ट. तो कुछ गैस थी, कुछ डस्ट थे इन अ कॉस्मिक क्लाउड. द एस्ट्रोनॉमर्स are of the opinion that universe has been existing for some 15 billion years. तो हमारा यूनिवर्स 15 बिलियन ईयर्स, ठीक है. एविडेंस फ्रॉम रेडियोमेट्रिक डेटिंग इंडिकेट्स, रेडियोमेट्रिक, that relative age of our earth where we now live is 4.54 billion years. यूनिवर्स 15 बिलियन ईयर्स, हम इसी डेट को मानेंगे क्योंकि एससीईआरटी में है. ऑल राइट. और अर्थ, तो लाइफ ऑन अर्थ ओरिजिनेटेड अबाउट, लिखो, 2 बिलियन ईयर्स अगो. ये लिख लीजिए बिकॉज यहां तक मैं अभी आगे नहीं जाऊंगी. द होल हिस्ट्री ऑफ अर्थ कैन बी ऑर्गेनाइज क्रोनोलॉजिकली. और जब हम क्रोनोलॉजिकली अर्थ की हिस्ट्री को सिस्टमैटिकली प्लान करते हैं उसी को कहते हैं जियोलॉजिकल टाइम स्केल. ओके, कौन सा इवेंट कब हुआ, दैट इज द जियोलॉजिकल टाइम स्केल. ओके, रिटन. आई वुड बी गोइंग वेरी सुपर 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 स्लो. अब यूपीएससी इसमें 10 मार्कर्स पूछता है, ठीक है. एडवांस में आप देखोगे कि मैंने किस तरीके से चार्ट बनाया हुआ है. जनरली वी गेट इनटू द प्लाइस्टोसिन, ओके, पीरियड टिल आपका एच होलोसिन पीरियड. प्लाइस्टोसिन, इयोसिन, ओके, ओएसिन. सो दैट पीरियड हमारे 65 मिलियन ईयर्स अगो के बाद वाला जो पीरियड है हम वो बेसिकली अंडरस्टैंड करते हैं, क्योंकि हमको सिर्फ एवोल्यूशन समझ रहे हैं, ह्यूमन एवोल्यूशन. तो मैमल्स के साथ मैमल्स पढ़ते हैं, प्राइमेट्स पढ़ते हैं फिर ह्यूमंस. ओके, चलिए. सो दिस इज इट. नाउ इफ यू पीपल हैव एनी डाउट्स डू लेट मी नो. एनी क्वेश्चन, नॉट ओनली विद रिस्पेक्ट टू दिस टॉपिक, एनी क्वेश्चन?